Today we're going to do a super duper easy bird's eye view still life of apples, and let's get this started with a pencil. Very lightly on your paper, using all the space, drawing big, draw the apples. If your circles are not perfect, it's absolutely okay. They don't need to be perfect, but you trying it is the most important thing. Give your best effort. Make sure that you are still trying, keeping the pencil pressure really light, okay, so that if there are any mistakes, which is very common in art, you can erase if you want to. Everybody makes mistakes, even me, even any artists, everybody make mistakes. So making a mistake is part of the learning. After you have drawn apples looking at different ways in different angles, you're going to draw a circular plate behind it, nice and big, and then you're going to draw a pattern on the tablecloth which is behind the plate. Okay, here I am drawing a checkerboard pattern. If you wish to use a ruler, please use a ruler. If you know how to use a ruler, it's not a bad idea. After your sketching is done and you're happy with your sketching and you don't want to make any changes anymore, you're going to use a black oil pastel to trace over the outlines on the pencil marks that you just drew. Okay, that's your second step. First one is to draw very lightly in the pencil. Second, you're going to trace over all your outlines using a marker. Using an oil pastel. Remember, you can draw your apples looking at different directions, and also you can change the background pattern for the tablecloth. You do not have to follow exactly what I'm doing. If you like some shapes, you can add some shapes, but remember that the patterns have to be big and bold. That means when you're going to trace them with the oil pastel, it should be an easy thing. See, my color snapped just now, my oil pastel snapped. So that's a mistake. Everybody makes mistake, as I said before. We are not supposed to be letting the mistakes stop us, and we will continue doing that. So as I was talking, you can change the pattern if you want to do any other patterns. In fact, different patterns are amazing to look at, and they will bring a lot of variety. Here, what I'm doing as my last step, I am imagining where the light is coming from. So the light is coming from right side, and I'm making the cast shadows, which are black in color, on the left side. You can do this as your last step, okay, and I'd suggest you do this in the pencil first. So use a pencil to do this step, and then you can pick the black oil pastel again and trace or color the shadows in. After you're done with this step, we are going to add colors. So for adding the colors, we will need watercolors for this. Watercolors are not going to cover your black oil pastel outlines because they are water resistant. Oil pastel is water resistant, so this can also be called as a water resistant painting. We're going to use this quality of oil pastel as our advantage, and you're going to observe the colors very carefully. You can blend two colors like red and orange, orange and yellow and green to give different colors to the apples. So please observe how I'm doing it. You're going to have to be slightly quicker before the color that is already put on the apples dries out. You have to apply the second color for the better blending. Okay, see how I'm putting my brush over the edges where the colors meet to do the better blending. So notice for the background how I'm keeping my brush a little bit slanted. Okay, when you do that, you're going to be able to fill bigger areas in shorter amount of time. So do that, observe how I'm adding the colors, notice how I'm adding the colors, and you choose what colors you want to add, and let's get you this task started. It's your turn. I'm done showing you. All the very best, and do your best, give your best effort.